Stanley TV. Happy Saturday morning to you. As the Edmonton Oilers now hold a 3-2 lead in this series against the Dallas Stars. Obviously, what was an important Game 5 turns up absolute results for the Edmonton Oilers. And now Game 6 at home. Let me tell you, it's been a party down at the Ice District for the past, well, what, a month and I guess month and a half now, and it is going to be about the biggest party of the year on Sunday night. So looking forward to that, and obviously being back in the broadcast chair here as we get fired up for Game 6. But for the Oilers in Game 5 last time out, my goodness, what an effort. I think just something that we haven't seen from the Oilers in quite frankly, most of the playoffs they've played is a killer instinct from the word go, right? Is that is about the most complete 60-minute effort you are ever going to see from the Oilers or from the Stars in this series so far. And for the Oilers, what was beautiful about it is they just, even when they were bending, even when the Dallas Stars were in control at times, the Oilers were still fully in control of the hockey game. Now, yes, does the power plays help a bit in getting those two goals from Nugent Hopkins? Absolutely. But the fact that the Oilers decided to really just put their foot down, take advantage of the situation with Tanev being a little bit of maybe a little bit more not so well than he was earlier in the series, and then as well just really taking it to the Dallas Stars. So yeah, that's where we really liked the effort last night, and hopefully seeing the Oilers come together with a good one in game number 6. But big thing is you get a performance from Nugent Hopkins, you get Philip Broberg to show up in the goal column in a Stanley Cup playoffs game, let alone the conference finals. So a lot of positives here for the Edmonton Oilers after Game 5. I think one thing too is watching Stuart Skinner lateral movement all night, right? Kick out save after save after save as the game wore on. That was something that I don't think many folks would have expected from Stuart Skinner, especially going back to Dallas's barn. But you see it here. Stuart Skinner in Vancouver got better as the series went on. Yes, he got yanked there, but he's gotten better as the series has gone on against Dallas. He got better against LA, and all of a sudden here he is better this evening. But yeah, the Oilers, it was just absolutely amazing to see what they did last night. And now all of a sudden it sets up what is going to be a pivotal Game 6 with a chance to punch a ticket, yeah, you believe it, to the Stanley Cup final. That is absolutely insane to talk about. Well, at this point, and just even think about at this point, the way the season started, the way everything's gone this year, the way everything's gone the past 5 years. The Oilers took a challenge to the Western Conference final this year, having not won in the McDavid era in the Western Conference final. They win one against Dallas, win two against Dallas, win three against Dallas, and now all of a sudden we have an opportunity here to win a fourth one and punch our ticket, like I said, to the Stanley Cup final. And that, my friends, would be truly insane if the Oilers could do it. But again, I think Game 5 too, you watch just the defense and kind of the whole team aspect of the game. It's just amazing the commitment the guys had in Game 5 too. We're going to do every little thing to win. The penalty kill was amazing again. I think you saw a lot of times back 5-on-5 on what might be counted as a rush chance. I really don't know how they calculate those extra stats on the broadcast, but what was funny to me is every time Dallas seemed to get into the zone, somebody's stick from behind, somebody's stick from right in front was poking that puck free and getting it loose for the Oilers back the other way. Not that they were necessarily rushing in and getting a breakaway chance, but it was just so many little positives that turned into such a big positive for the Oilers in game number 5 that really sets up this game 6. And I think as you've seen this series wear on, the Oilers have, for the most part, always been quote unquote the better team in the series, outside of maybe some bad plays by Skinner, some bad plays by just the defense at times, and obviously the Dallas Stars being the Dallas Stars, you're not going to get a cakewalk. So that's kind of where the series really hinges on Game 6, one might think, because yeah, it is going to be interesting to see just how committed, just how really pushing through the Oilers are going to try to be in Game 6, right? Is, you know, what's on the line, You know what you're about to do for the city of Edmonton. You know what you're about to do for your own hockey careers, Connor and Leon especially. So this is where I'm looking forward to seeing what the Oilers truly have for us in Game 6. And to borrow a line from the good old show Shorzy, you really have to set the tone early in Game 6. Go out there and say, hey, this is our hockey game. This is our series. And we're about to go on to the Stanley Cup final. And that seems crazy because obviously, if you're sitting there telling Dallas you're going to do that all game, obviously you're kind of getting ahead of yourself to some extent. But I think for the Oilers, after a brilliant Game 5 performance, you really got to go out there and, hey, say, we're not going to 7. We're not bothering with an extra game. We're just going to wrap this one up here and we're going to get this one going. So, friends, as you see, I guess most of you might not know over the past year, I haven't really done too many live streams from the couch at home, but just to recap where I was last night, house sitting here in Crossfield over the course of the weekend. So I'll be back in the studio for Sunday night. But yeah, just the way the schedule lined up on Friday night there, it was probably best to take a night off. I did desperately need a night off. You see this is just me waking up in the morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. So desperately needed a night off. We got a night off and a good result of that as well. The Oilers obviously winning. Game 5 was kind of the throwaway game in the series if I was going to have one for a live stream, and that's what we were able to luckily enough get and get a win out of it as well. So we don't have to worry about possibly an extra game in this series tonight. So Marty, as you're saying as well, need a cup of coffee. Yeah, this is trust me, I'm gonna just kind of comb through the hair here in a little bit. Go down to the old Donut Man in Crossville dude back there on the streams. Everybody in the videos have heard me talk enough about the Donut Man, and if it's not busy enough, I will, trust me, go out there and try and get a little short for you to show you what's going on there. But Andrew, thank you so much for the super chat as well on the video. Do appreciate that. Where's that one right there? I always try to get that done. But yeah, right now, friends, we are going to line up for Sunday night with a chance to clinch a Stanley Cup Finals berth. That just seems absolutely insane to me. Obviously, it's been 18 years since the Oilers last had this opportunity. They made good on it, and obviously, then going into game 1, Dwayne Rollison got injured against Carolina in what would have been almost for sure a Stanley Cup for the Edmonton Oilers. So I'm looking forward to seeing a new generation of Oilers fans, new generation of Oilers players, and all us old timers, I guess you could call us at this point, and then everybody that's been aboard for the ride through the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. Looking forward to having the chance to do it all together on Sunday night. Friends, I'm Tyson the Stolen and TV again. Thank you, Andrew. And I'm going to catch you here in a little bit later on today, I'm sure, as we get set up for tomorrow's game if there's any news. We'll see you later, guys. Ah.